Chrissy Metz.
I mean, if you don't
in
speak,
the
that language, we have Golden Globe nominated Chrissy Metz with us. Hi,
lovely, gorgeous babes.
we are so excited that you're here with us. I can't even stand it. I know that we kind of like fangirled out like in the lobby, but I'm just like, you're so far away.
I know.
She has to keep her distance, because that's how, big she is and
circle
stuff.
around her,
She has
5
to like,
feet
yeah.
around.
So not
We
true.
can't even look at her in the eye,
For the record, so not
She's
true.
like, do not look me in the eye. I was like, oh. Okay.
I was mesmerized by both of your really cute outfits.
Oh.
You guys are always.
Oh, we're going to talk about it. We're
Oh,
going
I
to talk
can't
about it.
wait.
You just wait, sis.
Okay,
You
sorry.
just
We have a
wait.
show planned for you.
Oh, yeah. We have a whole thing. We're going to talk all about it.
Yay.
I mean, multi-hyphenate.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You are a multi-hyphenate. Do you know that? Do you consider yourself that?
No, not necessarily.
What? Why? Tell me.
kidding?
Stop.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
What does a multi-hyphenate mean to you?
I mean, a person who I think is capable of doing multiple things, right? So as a human being, sure. And as far as my creativity goes, I mean, I think you mean like maybe sing, act kind of thing. Is that what?
Well,
is that what
that's-
I'm thinking?
I mean, triple threat, yes.
Oh,
but
then
yes, I am.
Then
I am
yes,
a
she
multi-hyphenate.
does.
She's got it.
teach me your ways, 'cause I'm clearly ignorant to what you mean.
You're hilarious. But no, multi-hyphenate, and you had like an entire life
Oh
before
my
this
God.
happened to you.
I feel
like,
so silly.
meaning like, you know what I mean? Like you were, I know several of my friends you repped as an agent.
True.
You did.
Yes.
You were a casting director as well.
No,
Were you not?
no, just a talent
Oh,
agent.
okay.
Yeah, just
Just
a talent agent. No big deal.
talent agent.
Your
yeah.
agent now is watching is like, oh, is that what I am to you, Chrissy? Just a talent agent?
No,
Just kidding.
But I feel like that gives you a perspective as an actor, and certainly even just as an artist, that you could be in charge. Like being an agent is being in charge of a lot of things.
Well, for me, it was that I learned so much on the other side of the desk that I can then, of course, incorporate into my real life and my, career now. And so I literally can say, oh, I'm not okay with these terms in this contract because this isn't okay. And this,
Yes, queen.
Yeah. So, knowledge is power. Hello.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah.
Do we all need that?
Okay, I'm gonna become an agent so that
Can you
I can
please
like
become an agent?
negotiate
I'll be
our
a manager.
contracts.
I'll work out things.
Don't get sucked into the vortex.
No.
You'll get sucked right on
No,
into that
no.
vortex.
It's very
No, that's
true.
what happens to me. People are like, "Oh, you're really good at that. You should like do that." My sister says that. "Oh, you made that thing. You should sell that." But
But
I'm
I
like,
think-
I don't need to do everything and sell
I
it and make
think
money
as-
at it.
Right. I think as actors and actresses that we adapt, and so I think we can be really good at a lot of things.
Yeah. For
sure.
If not everything.
sure.
Especially as women.
Yeah.
Ain't that the
Yes.
truth?
So she's not lying. Your sister's not lying.
No, she's
Yeah.
not. But I totally see her being a huge producer one day, don't you? I mean,
oh.
you just have that thing.
We're
would
planting the
love-
seed.
planting
We're planting the
seeds.
seed that we're gonna produce stuff with you because we're multi-hyphenate.
Well,
We're multi-hyphenates.
I mean,
right now.
Maybe we'll talk.
We're
after
taking over the
show.
world slowly but
If you know,
surely.
we're influencers.
Yeah, we're Instagram I mean, we're not as influencing as you.
Yes, you are. Also, I definitely want to produce and
Yeah.
write and potentially direct, and I want to be like the Judd Apatow and the Adam Sandler who like brings people together who he loves and loves to work with, and
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love that.
we see that in you. I
But
think
that's
you're like a
thing.
kindred spirit in that.
Yeah,
way.
and so you were on the Hollywood Reporter,
kind of a big deal.
kind of a huge deal. But what I wanted to talk to you about. Okay, wait. So do we need to say who was in it because you were like
Yes, we
freaking out
need-
about it?
yes, we need
Kathy like
to-
cried a little bit.
Oh, I cried too.
No.
okay,
I
'cause-
mean, I can't even imagine. When I saw it, we got it in the mail, and I pretty much fucking screamed. I like screamed and was like, "Yes! Yes, she's on it! I love it!" I like
mean,
screamed out loud.
Stunning. So of course it's the Queen, Jessica Lange.
Right.
Right.
Yes, and then
Elizabeth
you have
Moss.
Elizabeth Moss, and then you have
Nicole Kidman.
Reese Witherspoon,
And
then
Oprah.
I mean,
I mean,
I
you
watched
get a hug. You get a hug. You get a hug. I mean,
mean-
stop.
and then they put you right next to her at that table. Can you please describe to us your feelings?
Well, here's the thing. So when my publicist told me that they wanted to book me for the roundtable, I literally asked her 4 times. I'm like, Me? Are you sure? Are you sure? Me. I used to watch these roundtables when I couldn't afford acting class, and our, the acting friends would get together and we kind of just hear what all of these incredible, amazing, talented people had to say and learn from it. And to be included, especially at a time like this and for a show like this, it meant so much that it was so surreal that I'm like, I don't know if I'm in my body right now. Like,
I bet.
And I had a crazy fever, and so I was like, I really don't know if I'm going to string a sentence together. So
Did you really?
yeah,
You looked great. It was like a natural blush.
It takes the village for the beating of the face. But yeah, it was just to be in a room of these women who, and what was so profound, and you'll see when it comes out on the Sundance Channel, that the women were talking about the jobs they didn't take, and they were so grateful that they didn't, and that you can't take every job because you're a mom and you're a wife and you're all these other things aside from being an actress, and that they wish they hadn't taken a couple jobs because you have to live life too.
Interesting.
So it was really great.
Interesting.
What I loved about is Reese Witherspoon talked a lot about having to create projects for herself, which is kind of insane because as somebody who's not constantly in the know of every single thing, you wouldn't think that she would need to do that because she's Reese Witherspoon.
And she's been working since Man in the Moon.
Right. Right? Like,
yeah.
Forever and ever.
And she's like, no, I gotta create stuff because
and important messages and stories that
and complex women and all those things, which was I loved that she said that, and that's what made me wonder if that's what you were wanting to do too, because fat girls need stories.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I can only imagine what it was like sitting in that room with a bunch of straight-sized women and Oprah, right?
Yeah.
And when Oprah literally physically turned her entire body towards you, I'm gonna cry right now. I swear to you. I was literally like, she got you on a whole other level as far as I could see. I mean, listen, people that live in their worlds, they're huge movie stars. Of course, they're going to have a point of view.
Yeah.
But when she just full body turned towards you and gave you all of her heart, she's like, here's my heart chakra.
Yeah.
It was really tremendous. And I was just wondering if you felt that too. Like, did you feel like you had to have a teachable moment with those women because they didn't get it?
It's so hard to say. I mean, I definitely felt that love from Oprah and from all of the ladies. And working with Jessica Lange on Horror Story, these women are incredible. And I'm like, oh, I'm kind of intimidated. And she couldn't have been nicer, and they couldn't have been more warm and welcoming. But I was like, I'm sitting at a table. Like, I'm in the building sitting at a table with these women. And it was overwhelming, but it was like I felt that they heard what I had to say, and it wasn't necessarily that I was teaching them anything. And just like our show is that we're exposing and we're talking about things that aren't being talked about, right? And when you do that, the fear subsides. And so I think that was like, I think they already got it in that way.
But they had an aha moment for sure when you laid that out on them. I mean, I'm going to speak for, because she's being very modest. Like, she read it, I watched the video.
Yeah,
and
I read it, so I was like,
I felt like you laid down some knowledge for people, and they were like, oh, to the point where they really had nothing to say, because they were like, gag, wow, she just laid some knowledge.
Because when I read it in the Hollywood Reporter, so it was a very different experience than Kathy, who watched it online, and I was like, every time Chrissy talks about something, there's no follow-up questions. There's no engagement. It's just next question. And I guess if I probably watched it, it's probably I literally have nothing to say here in response to you, because they talked about some pretty tough subject matter about abuse and sexual abuse and all of that. And everybody had contributions to that. But then when you talked about living in a fat body, they had literally nothing to say, and on to the next question.
Yeah, and because they can't relate necessarily.
Sure.
Sure, Oprah's been up and down, and I think that
Oprah got you.
Yeah, she definitely gets it.
She was up. She was one. She would have been in your lap if she could have been, because she is love. Okay, wait.
Love.
I mean, did you just cry for 5 days after?
I went straight to the MTV Movie Awards because the show and I was nominated.
Which we're going to talk about.
That dress of yours.
I keep I'm sorry.
Yeah. We'll come back to fashion.
I almost didn't have a second to let it sink in.
Right.
But when I got the cover, and everything came out in the media, I was like, oh, this really happened?
You're like, this wasn't a dream.
That's for real.
It was all a dream.
I
I
was
was
like, that's for real.
what? And I have it at home, and that one's particularly safe for my mom. But I'm like, whoa, like I could have never expected. But also, I never expected to feel like I was equal.
Wow.
I never expected to feel that way because for me, it's always been like, oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, I haven't been acting enough. I don't have a degree from Tisch. I'm like, I didn't go to graduate school, whatever. But I was like, oh, at the end of the day, we're human beings and we are equal. And that's all that really matters.
Yeah,
that's
and
how
listen,
you treat people.
you're doing a show
Right.
where you're telling the truth about your experience in the world.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's huge.
Hello,
And that
somebody.
is the work.
Yeah,
Right? That is the work we do, really,
Yeah.
as actors.
Right.
Wait, I gotta go back.
I'm
So
sorry.
we gotta go back.
I'm sorry.
Chrissy and I were on the same season of American Horror Story Freak Show.
Oh, and this is her like jealous nature is going to come out. Just
Just a
warning
little
you.
bit. Because I had to play the mother of Evan Peters, albeit when he was born, his character.
Right.
But Chrissy got to be a little bit more intimate with him.
This is where the
And
jealousy
I
comes
just
in.
really need to. No, it's actually. I'm literally getting
What he smells
giddy.
like? No.
No, listen. I know what he
She's
smells
like, I know what he smells like. I hugged him.
I got a story.
I snuggled.
I have a really, really quick story. So because the location changed, I got to stay over in New Orleans for an extra weekend. And the guy who was playing the Seal Boy is actually a burlesque performer. And he was unbelievable.
Matt Frazier.
And yes, Matt.
Yeah.
And everyone went out to support him, which was incredible.
He's amazing.
And I'm sitting there with the guy who's playing the young strongman, and he's hilarious and from Vegas, and literally was like drinking Everclear, and I was like, not keeping up with you. And there was a camera right next to us that was going to capture the whole show. So he like comes back from his like second run at the bar, and he's like, Evan Peters is over there, and I was like, oh my God, I love it. And he was like, go over and meet him. And I was like, no, if it's meant to be, this is going to start. There's a camera. I feel weird. He goes a couple numbers later back to that bar, and all of a sudden, I feel someone sit next to me in the booth, and in my ear, hi, Mom. And I literally was like,
And she got all the like twinges downstairs.
Every feeling. By the way, I could really be his mother. Like, I am so much older than him, but he is so sexy, and I couldn't take it just in that moment. And then we kikied for a second, but he didn't feed me and like snuggle with me and then take me from behind. I mean, he didn't do that.
yeah.
Can you tell me about that experience, please? Thanks.
What was so interesting is you never really know what you're getting into. And when you're in a creative capacity and with the genius Ryan Murphy, who knows what's going to happen. I did know that the pudding experience was going to go down. I didn't know that some of the people whilst we're shooting they were like, oh, you understand that this is like a fetish. Like you better get into it. And I'm like, are you trying to tell me how to? Okay, all right.
Wow.
She wasn't the director who was trying to direct me. And I was like,
She was like, no, I'm into the pudding fetish, so I want to see you do it.
Yeah, I was like,
how
are you
I'm
trying
used to watching it.
yeah,
It's all
So
creepy.
it was a little strange.
Yeah.
And after that episode, people have reached out asking me if I would go to dinner with them. So it was very strange. But Evan,
Yeah,
could
no
not-
thanks. No,
Yeah.
I'm not that hungry.
I'm good.
I'm not that hungry.
I'm real good.
Like ever.
Yeah, I'm never gonna eat again.
Teach
but-
their own.
Yeah. Yes, we don't judge.
Right.
God bless.
So Evan could not have been more warm and kind, and we sort of just laughed through it because it's 100 degrees. I'm wearing basically a couch, and then a
Right, right.
negligee.
Yeah, over
and
top of the couch.
Right.
Yes.
A negligee, and the pudding is melting, and the
Right.
spoon is vintage, and but we had a really good time, and yeah, he is very sexy. I was like, oh.
Isn't
I
he
know you're
sexy?
engaged and stuff. But we're really acting here. But
Yeah.
it was so much fun. I mean, I have to say, the scene where we have relations, from the back, from
Yeah.
behind. I couldn't feel him, right? Because of
the
Oh,
the,
couch.
the suit that I'm wearing. And so I'm like, did we start?
They're like, damn it, Chrissy, we're rolling. Stop.
Obviously did not
Oh
offend
my God.
Evan. But,
I really wish you were like, is it in?
Yeah.
I
Oh
mean,
my God,
that-
embarrassing.
It was strange because Angela and Emma walk into the scene,
Right,
obviously,
yeah.
and Emma is his
Yeah,
fiance.
Right.
real life.
And I'm I'm like,
God bless her.
Oh God, this is strange. This is okay. I'm acting. It's a job. It's a job.
Right.
But it was.
You're like, and I'm
definitely-
wearing a couch.
Yeah.
So it's all good.
Yeah.
So
the
I
sweat's
have
real.
a question for you. It's
Yes.
kind of like a dirty little one. So if you had to do a love scene with somebody else famous, who would it be?
Oscar Isaac?
Yes.
Oh, so you have a little crush on my husband? Because he
pretty
looks
much
exactly
he looks like people think he is him.
I think
Yeah.
Oscar Isaac is so tremendous.
Yes, he is. We are so.
And Dan
yes.
Fogelman just did a movie with him. He and Annette
so
Bening.
you're like
Bening, yeah.
close. You're
So
close.
that's like degree of separation.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Could he
again,
be on a showdown?
but I think he's married.
Oh,
Yeah, I think he is.
golly.
And I have a boyfriend.
I mean, but
Friends
it's just
are.
acting.
And you do have a boyfriend.
It's just
Right.
acting. I
right,
love how
I
I asked you that and you had an answer like right away. I was like, I will tell you mine so that you don't feel uncomfortable.
Okay, I'm so glad she just sang. Because
do you know that Chrissy Metz sings?
do you know that Chrissy Metz has a band?
Has a band.
Chrissy and the Vapors?
Which Kathy's dream is now that we're the three of us are going to be
We're
in a
going to
band.
be in band. You know, I have a band. I have a Heart tribute band. All Heart.
If you don't know,
In New
Kathy
York.
Yes, I
was
do
on.
know.
Kathy was on Broadway.
Oh, I know. Because Rodney Cho.
I'm such a jerk. I'm such a
would
jerk. I
always
bring it
talk
up
about-
every week that she was on Broadway.
Every
And I
week,
was
and
like,
it's a
this
knockoff.
woman is bonkers, bananas talented. And I'm like, damn. And Heart's one of my favorite bands.
I mean, if you know anything about music, they should be. And obviously, if you
Yes.
have a band, because we did stalk you, we have a video that we're going to show our
oh
friends.
no.
Yes.
I'm
You don't want to?
scared.
Don't be scared.
No,
We
here's the
want to tell
thing.
them.
So, in a creative process, it's always like you work collaboratively with other people. And for me, music is always, it's what I wanted to do first, but I was so afraid. And a manager who previously represented me never really encouraged me in that capacity, much like Kate Pearson. And so I'm always like very nervous about singing, even though I love it. I'm like very
You're
nervous.
so good.
Oh,
I want to start a
And
band.
I love
So if I
that
start
you,
sweating.
that you posted on Instagram about your vocal coach, like helping you find your voice.
She
like,
really did.
in life and
Yes.
in
I
your music,
love
and I love
that.
that, and I know that resonates with you.
I mean,
because
it's so
Kathy
much
also
of what
does
I
a lot
do.
of
I do
yeah.
coachings. It's
coaching.
like
Oh
how
my
I'm like
gosh.
living life out here. So
Oh.
yeah, so I teach people to holler all day long. Yeah,
I mean, well, and
it's my
her name's
favorite
Dot
thing.
Todman, and she talks about the way that we sing is the way that we see the world.
Oh,
And
that's fierce.
I know.
Oh
That
dang!
went down.
Yeah.
I always say I don't sing. How do I see the
How
world?
do you see the world, liar?
So are
Karaoke.
I love
basically,
it.
It's happening.
I mean,
Please.
Yeah.
I think there used to be a karaoke place like right down the street. We might need to see if it's still there.
I'll sing backup for you ladies all day.
No, no,
no,
Kathy's
no.
good
I
to
make
claim
everyone
that.
sing all the time.
Yeah.
We all sing harmonies all the time. No, we're gonna be in
So
vogue.
we'll
We're
sing
gonna get like a little private
Some
room
Wilson Phillips.
with us. We're just yes.
I know
Never
Carney.
really.
I met her when I did the talk, and she
Oh,
is
amazing.
so rad.
I mean, she's the bomb too. But you're fierce. Show that video, Jarvis.
Show the
Oh, God.
video.
I'm
and we'll
leaving.
come back. Plus this.
I gotta
No.
go. I'm scared. I'm running out of here. Also,
A million flashes, a smiling face. She's all that. Admiration all over the place. From real cool cats. An open signal for medicine. To thrive all night. Must keep the figure a skeleton. Just small bites. That's how it starts, and you keep the illusion.